Beneath Guam's blue waters exist entire vibrant ecosystems with thousands of species thriving on them every single day. During this episode, we take a look at our island's corals and learn about a unique way new corals are created.
I'm Joanna Delvin, and this is Dig It.
Corals, they're animals that share a symbiotic relationship with the algae or zooxanthellae living within their skeleton. While the coral provides shelter, the algae provides oxygen, removes waste, and supplies coral with organic products they need in order to grow, thrive, and build up the reef. Corals permanently attach themselves to the ocean floor and remain there for the rest of their life cycle. Though they're in a fixed position, coral ensure the continuity of their species through a process known as spawning.
Corals are animals, so they have eggs and sperm, just like most other animals. And so basically it's one of the ways that they reproduce. So basically what they do is they will release eggs and sperm either from the same colony or from different colonies. There are some males and some females in some species. They release them into the water and then they fertilize in the water. They undergo a whole bunch of cell divisions and developmental stage to become a larva. Then they drift around in the plankton for a while and then they'll settle hopefully on something that they can attach to and grow on.
Over the summer, a team made up of government, private, and nonprofit organizations partnered to collect coral gametes in an effort to find innovative ways to help the coral population on island.
We've been working also with the Navy base and the environmental staff there, and they were really interested also in figuring out how do we do restoration after all of this coral bleaching that we've experienced. And so when we were looking for sites, we talked with Naval Base staff, and they were gracious enough to provide us access into the USO beach at Hoover Park, which was great because it gave us a safe place to put the pools and run the experiment where it was a little bit more controlled, but still gave us good clean water and a good place to put it.
The cube-shaped pools are constructed with vinyl tarp and PVC pipes that contain baskets of special tiles that provide coral larvae a place to settle before being placed into a nursery.
We're testing a method that has been developed in the Caribbean, and we're seeing how we can use it here. We were comparing it to what we usually do, which is very high labor. And we were basically just delivering fertilized eggs into a pool in PD and providing them with the settlement tiles to see if that could be made just as successful as when we filter water and we change the water and it takes hours. Basically, the pools are fairly low key, low technology, low effort. And if we can improve our success of settlement, then it might actually turn out to be a better way just because it is fewer resources, so it's more cost efficient.
Once the larvae attach to the tiles, they are placed in the nursery where their growth is monitored by a team of scientists.
If we figure out a way that we can make it work on the scale that we're doing now, we could upscale to make use of more pools, certainly. And we could use pools in different seasons when different species are spawning. We have a couple of main spawning seasons in Guam. Eggs and larvae and adults at all stages of their life history are very susceptible to stress during this time. Just like a pregnant lady, just like babies, same thing. And so we need to protect them and we need to protect this process because those larvae are going to be the source of recovery. They're going to be the next generation that come in and settle.
It's really important that people don't just go and start trying to collect and do this propagation. We're really trying to move through this in a very careful way to make sure that it's being done right and being done safely. It is something that needs to be done carefully because you could actually cause some problems if you just started like gathering corals and gathering gametes. There's a lot of science that goes in behind it and a lot of things that we're still learning and trying to figure out.
As more research and experiments are conducted to find ways to help save our coral, there are other ways we as a community can contribute to their survival, including not taking them from their habitat, not stepping on them when swimming, wearing coral-safe sunscreen, and not littering.
So Lori, Val, thank you so much for joining us today and talking to us about, the process of coral spawning and how people in the community can protect our corals and keep them safe. Is there anything that you wanted to add?
No, I think we've said it all, but thanks for having us. We really enjoyed it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, Guam. We'll see you next time. But in the meantime, feel free to let us know, did you dig it?